What's up, Anthony Anderson here, co-founder of Elite Resource Team. In this short video today, I wanted to address the number one objection that financial advisors and insurance agents get from CPAs, attorneys, and other types of potentially strategic alliances, which is in a new meeting or on the phone, they will say something such as, "This sounds interesting, but can you send me some additional information? Can you send me a brochure? Can you send me your website?" Now, that might initially kind of feel like progress, they're interested, but actually we don't want the call or the meeting to end there. So let me highlight my screen behind me here and just show you how, from our experience, we would suggest you handle that type of feedback, okay? So again, the objection is something along the lines of, "I need you to send me some additional information, a brochure or website." The way we would suggest you handle that is to use two key techniques. The first one is just being very honest. In our world of very politically correct communication, people are a little bit drawn back when you're just honest. So you're going to see how we use just straightforward honesty in this response. And then the second one is silence. Silence is incredibly effective, especially with strategic alliances, because they're used to people selling them, kind of like vomiting on them. Whereas what we want to do is actually pull back and just go silent. So here is what I would suggest you say to that type of objection. That's fine, but do you mind if I ask you a question about that? I mean, what information are you hoping to see on a brochure or a website that we haven't covered yet? And I ask because I've found that people will often say that they want to see a brochure or a website, but it's really just a polite way of saying, this isn't a good fit. If that's the case, that's totally fine. And then literally silent until they say something. I mean, it can be 30 seconds of awkwardness if that's what it takes. But at this point, they're going to respond with one of two messages, and either is fine. Either is fine. They might come back and say, "You know what? I appreciate that. Yeah, I just don't think this is a good fit." In which case, you saved yourself a lot of time of wondering in your mind where this meeting or relationship might go, sending them information, following up with them, all types of things that it's just better to get it out up front, not a good fit. More likely than not, though, what they're actually going to say, because of that honest approach of, if this isn't a good fit, that's fine, and then silence, is they are actually going to pivot to now try to kind of convince you that that's not what they meant. They didn't mean to offend you. Heaven forbid we offend somebody. And so they're actually going to say something where they're kind of justifying or even trying to sell you that that's not what they meant. And in fact, they are interested. So they might say something like, "Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to infer that. I just got a couple other things I need to get to right now." Or, "No, I didn't mean that. I just had a few more questions and it might help me to read something that you could send me." And so regardless of what their response is, we then immediately want to go into our next response, which is, "Okay, good. Well, we still have a couple minutes on the phone or in the meeting. Well, we still have a couple minutes. What other questions do you have?" Silence. Okay? So we know they have questions because they've asked us to send them something. And now they've convinced us that it's not that they are saying it's not a good fit. They just want more information. So rather than ending the meeting, we get to the bottom of what's actually going on there in the meeting or over the phone call and truly trying to diagnose the root of the concern that they have. So that's it for today's meeting. I hope you found that helpful. If you are still in the process of building strategic alliances and you want more coaching and consulting from a firm that has taught over 950 advisors now across North America, and you're not already working with us, feel free to click that Learn More button in the description below, and you can set up an initial free 45-minute consultation with myself or one of my team members. We'd be happy to give you a little bit of guidance, even if it's just to walk through a couple more objections that you're getting constantly, or things that you're having a hard time working through. Happy to discuss them with you. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and the like. And also every Friday, we try to release new content like this. So be sure to hit that subscription button below. That's it for today. Thanks, everyone.